and channel is also very good about design for the entire cognitive impact and the SAR analysis the analysis based on the human body. The same structure has been developed in the CST model in order to identify what is the SAR value, and we can able to visualize the SAR value less than 2 watts per kg. It is around 1.83 watts per kg, both 5.56 and 9.95. So the proposed analysis is not going to cause any harmful radiations to our human body. So that is the advantage. On comparing with the various literatures available, the proposed antenna having a 6.7 GHz of bandwidth, the gain is about 2.4 and directity is about 4.5, and the size of the antenna is also very less when compared to the above literatures, and the complexity is very low. So with respect to the future work, we can able to identify that SAR value is very low. So when we are going to have any cancerous tissue, we can use the same antenna to identify the cancer in our human body. So we, along with my friend, we have started to develop a wearable tech. So from the breast cancer detection with the help of the same antenna. So soon it will be patented. DMS has the cancerous cell is available. So remaining cells will have the same dielectric constant with respect to the cancerous cell, have a somewhat higher dielectric constant, will absorb more radiation. And then the remaining parts will absorb less radiation when compared to the cancerous cell. So by that, with the help of image processing, whatever on the other side, we can have another antenna as the receiver. And then by capturing those received signal, the help of image processing, we can able to identify the cancerous. So this may be a future tech which can be useful for identifying the breast cancer and other type of cancers at the initial stage. We hope that will be very good tech which we can able to deliver to the society. And as conclusion, yes, as I conclude, the antenna proposed is having a better bandwidth when compared to the previous thing, with a bandwidth of 6,767 megahertz, and the gain and directivity is also very high, and stable resonance and wider bandwidth and dual resonance we can able to achieve. Thank you. So is there any question?
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you think your research align with your nation's sustainable development?
So with respect to SDG, the requirement of medical and medical requirements for all the human beings, it is the major requirement for SDG at a very cheaper cost. So we are proposing this antenna along with the transmitter and receiver circuit can able to provide a cheaper cancer detection tech module which will be useful for the society. So that is the thing. And even the same thing we can able to provide the entire data to the society so that the students can also start to think it will be an educational initiative also. These are the two things I can able to correlate with this. Yes,
you mentioned the permeability of metamaterial.
yes, sir.
How can you measure the permeability of the yes?
Sir, actually, permeability of metamaterial we are just simulating, so we are not measuring anything. We are simulating and showing that the permeability is negative. That's it, sir. We are not measuring. We are measuring only the radiation pattern, SM1, that is little glass, and from the bandwidth only we have measured, sir. Permeability we not measured. We are doing with the Nicholson cross wire formulas which are available.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain this technology you are using, please?
So, sorry, sir, I can't able to get your question. Sir, your voice is breaking. Can you repeat? not a problem.
He's asking the technology that you are to use is it
So technology, it is totally with respect to fabrication, we use simple PCB fabrication technologies, and with respect to simulation, we use electromagnetic simulation technology. These are the two technologies we have utilized. And with respect to textile, we have just followed the literature survey and we utilized the gene as the substrate material. So that's it. Thank you, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
We have calculated the bending, actually the stability of the antenna, right? Like on different properties, and also have calculated different metrics based on the stability, like bending, these things. So, what do you think, like, what if the fabric absorbs the moisture?
Yes, sir, definitely it will be there. Actually, when we are going to have a sports based fitness module with textile, it will absorb moisture.
Have you calculated any metrics based on that?
No, sir. No. So actually, we not. But with waste,
Definitely, the fabric you are going to use is a gene, right?
Yeah.
So, it's going to capture the moisture or wet content.
definitely there will be some degradation in the performance. But with respect to building is the major performance degradation. Because the entire structure of the antenna will change.
And how do you make the durability if not?
Durability, it depends on the gene materials, obviously.
Check the dielectric properties for that.
No, sir. With respect to gene material, we use the literature. We not check the dielectric property. Whatever the dielectric property used in the textile literatures, we have just utilized those textiles. We not check.
That's a good idea, but I think you will need to check with all these parameters.
Yeah.
Only then it is applicable in a real-time environment, right?
Yes, sir. Only thing is, with respect to wet, we not check. We will take it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the suggestion.
Before presenting, my thing is that first you have to show what you want to achieve. Your specification is missing.
Okay.
What you have achieved, you have told.
Okay.
Initially, from the initial specification,
Okay.
what you have achieved. Could you tell me in just that what you aim for and what you have achieved?
I see. Actually, the three major aim is the bandwidth should be very high and radiation pattern should be stable. And
But
gain
it should be specific, SR specific, that SR component.
Yes, sir.
Then direction pattern,
Yes, sir.
directionality, right?
Yes.
Those things we have to quantitatively we can get instead of qualitatively.
Yes.
So from that, how much deviation you have got?
Well-
So that is missing. You can tell now. You might have done.
Yes, sir. Actually, SAR, we are targeted less than 1.8. So it is nearly 0.83 SAR.
So what is the safer SAR?
It is less than 1.8 for India, but overall European countries, they are utilizing less than 2.
Okay.
So we
you have achieved that.
We have achieved. And then with respect to radiation pattern, E shape should be 8 shape and the H plane omnidirectional should be in H plane. We have achieved that. And the bandwidth also, ultra wideband we are requirement, that is above 500 megahertz. We have achieved 6,766 megahertz. So these are the things.
So the last one is based on the SDG. Have you aimed for anything or?
No,
I can say that you are aiming for a health. Right?
health, yes, sir.
Can't that radiation will make some mutation in other cells? You are saying that if it is a cancer cell, the dielectric content is same. The property of the dielectric of the cancer cell and the body is same. So that it will absorb, so we can able to get the reflected signal which will deduct the cancer cells. But my thing is that a portion of that is cancer, it's fine. But other regions, whether it will mutate or what?
No, it won't mutate. The reason is the SAR value is very less than 1.8. So that's why we are aiming for SAR. If SAR is less than 2,
Okay. So, have you fabricated?
not at all. We are trying to do that. Reason is we are aiming for the copper printing. That is copper printer, which we cannot able to find it here. So we are tying up with the Malaysian UT for doing that.
Very good presentation, sir. So my question is, in cancer cell there are different types of cell in our human body. Now, blood, brain, everything is there. So it is okay for all the cells. Even blood cancer is it possible to detect?
Yes, sir. Actually, blood
It's a universal one, or that's why it's a particularly for some particular cancer. That's
yes,
one.
actually, how we are detecting cancer here is we have created a cancerous tissue in the simulation by changing the dietetic concept.
Which tissue you take? Muscle tissue or
Muscle tissue.
Yeah, only muscle tissue are studied. Okay,
Yes,
okay. But what is the blood-brain barrier? Is barrier?
No, we have
not checked that much. One more thing, just like it is asked that its durability,
Yes.
its corrosion, is anything like that? Any cell interaction or other than when you are applying to the body now? So many constants are there. Apart from that, is any interaction studies or something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, to be done.
Yeah, it is there actually.
Okay.
So we have simulated the entire human body model. On top of it, we have placed, and we have just checked for
You
the.
need some ethical studies on this?
No,
ethical. No need of that. Okay, right. Thanks.
So when we are going for the entire prototype, then we are in need of that.
Right. So how many months or years take to complete this study?
Sir, we are planning for it by the next December 26th.
Right. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I would like to inform the participants the timing for the presentation is only 10 minutes. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Mahesh Muthu, Software Engineer, Telegram Innovations, Chennai, to present his idea. The next participant to be ready is Ms. Rita Jennifer R., Research Scholar, Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore.
Good morning to all here. Myself, my name is Mahesh Muthu. I have completed my Bachelor in Computer Science Engineering in 2024, and my project I'm going through is an application for an online portal for scrap management, and my NGRC ID is 10878. Next step. Don't is an app designed for connecting the users and dealers. User means the households who need to sell their scraps, and the dealers means who are the professional dealers roaming in our streets for asking scraps. And the users also includes the mid-size or small-size production companies. They need to sell their scraps, and the dealer also includes the wholesale companies also. Don't connects this both of them, maintaining connectivity and collect the scraps and converting into a valuable product. Scrap disposal is unorganized today. If we see today, a scrap dealer will reach in a street, and if he when means next 10 minutes another scrap dealer will come. They will roam in a particular area for more than 10 dealers or 15 dealers are roaming in the same area, so it's same day even. So they are not aware that already dealer has arrived this area, so there will not be any scraps. They are roaming in specifically in town areas in the big cities. Daily they are roaming, no scrap is collected. In user said if you see means they can't able to sell their scrap because they may go for professional work or any personal works. They are not aware of when the dealers will arrive. So they what they will do, they will throw the scraps in the dustbin, it will landfill and pollute the environment. In order to stop this and collect the scraps and in order to turn this into a valuable product, we develop this app. And this is our literature survey.
As I explained, this is our problem statement. Dealers waste their time roaming street trucks for scraps. Use or throw their scraps in dustbin because they cannot sell it. Industry also faces the same problem. They do not be filled with scrap, but when for calling for dealers, they are not available. So they just dumping into the ground and they are polluting the ground. And this is the proof of concept. This data is taken from Material, the Ministry of Environment. India's scrap generation is rapidly increasing, but only small amount is recycled. As you see in this top corner bar graph, the red color indicates the generation of scraps, but the green color indicates only that much is recycled. Only 25% or 10% is recycled every year. They also mentioned that the Indian scrap market will be projected to 14 billion by 2025. If it's properly recycled only, it will reach. Otherwise, it will be dumped into the ground and the environment will be polluted. This is the data taken from Retail Group Survey. Going through, we taking this problem into a statement, we find a solution for this. We have developed the app so that we can say, we help the both dealers and users. Dealers said we can tell the accurate time when the users will be there and their location and what types of scraps they are having, so that accordingly they can visit the user's location and take the scraps and they can earn more than usual. User said we can also mention that they can book the dealers on their specific time and specific price also they can see. Nowadays most of the dealers are cheating in prices. They are taking for cheap prices and they are selling for huge amount. In our we recommend we display the actual prices of daily market price models. We have developed separate portals for users, dealers, admin and separately. The user need to register and log in. They can view the latest scrap prices. If the scrap is available in their house, they can schedule the scrap pickup. This app is navigated through dealer's portal. Real-time notification also available. If the scrap prices increase or decreases, they can know this. But in their area there is no scrap here. We will shift the order into our own team. We will also have 3 to 4 own teams. If the scrap is not available in that particular area, we will send our own team and collect it. We will not close the order. That type of process will be taken by admin. Super admin, he will be responsible for overall operations of the software and the research and developments of every activities. We are not only collecting, we are also turning this collected scrap into a valuable product. Initially, we have chosen 2 scraps, coconut shell and used tires. We are powdering this coconut scrap and used tea powder and mixing it and making it into wooden toys and converting the used tires into bricks. We are applied for patent X for that. It's under process. As I mentioned, it is a theoretical framework. Scraps are recyclable. Dealers will collect the scraps. Users, scrap providers, instant scheduled and pickups. Eco products also is developed. This is our future and past research. In 2022, we are in second year of college. We have participated in the Tamil Nadu Student Innovators, and in 2023 MSME Idea Hackathon for the same idea, and also in Kumari Startup Summit. In 2024, around 8,000 plus projects we have selected in the top 20 projects in every Kerala. We have also done field work for that. And in 2025, we are incubated by Startup PN. Plus also last week we have participated in Pottolil conducted by PM Parliament Ma'am, Kanimali Ma'am. Survey, we also conducted a survey within 50 users and 50 dealers. What are the comments they are saying about our app? Nearly 70% of users expressed that they can sell their scraps at current price and they are willing and they are also willing. Dealers also prefer. We receive a negative comment that if I have more button mobile, what can I do for it? We also find a solution for that as a toll-free number. We will share the location in normal messages. And early adoptions data, we are, as per Startup DN, we initially exhibited this idea in our pet college through our developed app during college days, and we also submitted data for that Startup DN. These are the photos of the scrap field which we done in Thuthukudi, Tinelveli and Kanyakumari districts. And these are the proof of the certifications and applications. First one is Tamil Nadu Student Interveners, next is MSME Idea Hackathon, Tumari Startup Summit, Niral Tirila, Startup Pain and Kurthul Kam. And currently we are incubated by Startup Pain plus applied for investment under TANCHIP 7.0, it's under process. We also applied for DPIT registration under Startup India. And we also applied for TAN fund for private investors. And as per Startup Team, we are planning for future enhancement is integrating AI to capture the scraps and identify what types of scrap is this, how much that can be recycled. But Startup Team initiated that we need to integrate AI in the initial stage even. So our team is implemented, our own team is implemented and collecting data for it, for training the AI. And we also get the incorporated certificate by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And we also named as Green Innovations. These are the screenshots of our apps we developed during college days. And conclusion and future enhancements. In future, we are planning to launch an e-commerce platform through which the user can buy a product. Instead of money, they can return scrap for us. And second enhancement is we are also planning to get tenders from government side, from TNSTC bus scraps or in TN paper like paper scraps like that also. And these are the references and these are the links for our proofs of data. Thank you. Sir, is there any questions?
Project idea. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you mentioned that capture or plastic and bottle, this cannot this is available can you do that?
Sir, please repeat again, sir. I'm not audible.
Now this app, whether it is innovated or use yes,
Sir, please mention.
or it can be applied in any waste materials.
Now only for scrap items which can be recycled, sir. Specific. Yeah, specifically the scraps that are generated in households, like plastic, science, silvers, like that. Normally our professional dealers are collecting in our area.
So use what products you made.
No, we are not made, sir, but we have a formula for that. Initially, we have planned to convert two scraps into a valuable products. That is coconut shell and used vehicle tires. Coconut shell is converted into wooden toys and waste used vehicle tires is converted into plastic bricks. Initially, we have planned only for these two scraps. Other scraps will be forwarded to bigger plants. If steel, if iron and steel means it's melted in Salem, like that it will be postponed to the native scrap melting position, sir.
You mentioned some data.
Sir, please repeat it, sir.
Yes, specifically without these tournaments.
Which we have created this project in our college data. We have it in PDF. It will be in Drive link.
Okay.
No, ma'am. Initially, all the recyclable scraps we will collect, but we will convert only the coconut shell and tire into valuable product. Yeah, other scraps will be forwarded to the specific industries as a wholesale.
Sir, is it audible for you? His answer was audible for you?
Yes.
Because every scrap we cannot modify, ma'am. It will take huge area, it will take huge amount.
Okay.
Initially, we have planned only 2 scraps because we are students. Last year only we passed out.
So what about like aluminum scrap or like iron and steel? So
Yeah,
are you
it's-
tying up with other, this feel like if you take aluminum metal powder company, like it is supplying for our Indian army. So like if you are able to pull aluminum scrap totally, like it is a great, it can be converted into a great value-added product if you supply it to the aluminum powder manufacturer.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can think about such things in the future.
Then ma'am, research is going on, but initially we will move this scrap to specific industries. You have said, as you said, aluminum iron is melted in Salem side only, but initially we have taken only coconut shell and tires because it will take less machineries and less time for production. No, app is for every scraps. The valuable product is only for this two. Other thing will be postponed to the native industries.
Yeah, it's a great initiative. I appreciate for that. But the real problem statement lies. What I feel is like there are some products. For example, you are collecting all the scraps, right?
Yes.
Especially there are some scraps with the such as mattress, the leather bags,
Yes.
these sort of things. Even the scrap shops or the people won't take it.
Yeah.
So your application says don't throw.
Yeah.
So the primary thing is that what people throw exactly is, even I have a personal experience, like we throw which the people will not take. So if you are also planning to take only the recyclable products, so what would happen to the other things? Otherwise, the people has to dig down, put it out, fire or throw it away.
Recently we had a conversation with a startup in Europe side. They are asking for cloths, used cloths, mattress like that. They will grind it into and they will make a bigger toys in textiles. In Pothis, Asokandal, we will see one bigger toys now. It is made up of that cloths only.
You are taking the mattress, these things now?
No.
No.
But they are having conversations. They are asking in your side if you receive cloths, you can transfer for them. They are asking for the crushed plastic covers, everything they are asking.
Okay, got it.
But initially,
Because we need to find something to take all the scraps. For example, if something telling the professionals need to go to their job, so they don't have time to all of these things, the primary problem arises in these things. Because we cannot dig it away or throw it anywhere. Where would we keep that? That's a big problem.
yes, actually we are choosing for every scraps only, but initially we can move because we are students. Only 8 months ago we passed out of college. Our team is planning to take every scrap, but initially small only we can move, sir.
Got it, thank
That's why we are choosing very small amount.
What is your challenge actually? I am asking not the actual challenge you are facing by collecting the scraps. Right? Now, in the context of this today's thing, as a jury I am asking, right? What are the research challenges that you have solved? What is your research problem statement? From that you can say, you have shown some problem statement, right?
Yes.
As an engineering student, what type of things you have solved through your engineering idea? It's an app, I understood, okay, I appreciate your work. But as an engineering student, can you tell that what new solutions that you have adopted? Because lot of apps are coming, right? A lot of things are there. But what is new saying that this is a challenge which is not present, but I have made it or we have made it?
Yeah, we have made a business analysis, ma'am. There is no app like this, including the current dealers who are in this business. Most of the dealers are roaming in the radius now. For them,
Pardon, once again, what is that business?
most of the dealers collecting the scraps now. For them specifically, no app in India like this. We enroll them. We will not take scrap and we will sell and we will earn income. We will enroll them also. As I mentioned, we will transfer the orders to them only. They will also, we will also, and we are increasing the employment rate also. AI also.
And that component, if you have told, then there will be something that, okay, fine.
AI, if the user scans the scrap, we will mention this scrap is recyclable or not, how much percentage it can be recycled and what is the name of it. We are training the AI model based on that.
So you have connected all the human resource in a single platform, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, okay. So basically we can classify into two categories, whether it's a degradable or a non-degradable category.
Yeah.
So degradable again you are using as a reusable thing you are making. So there are a lot of segregation is required. Now how we are going to do with this app?
Yes, sir. If a particular dealer is going and collecting the scrap, he will not segregate only, he will collect because he need to put weight now.
Okay.
He will not come.
So whatever he need, that only he will collect from that scrap.
No. Basically in our areas, the dealer will collect maximum scrap. If I tell you take and come, I will receive it and I will give money, they are ready to take it.
Okay. How much area you covered for the preliminary study, preliminary collection of data?
The maximum we focused on 2 and Tenoli district.
Two district you internally collected the
Yeah,
data.
we get the comments from 150 dealers and 50 users.
Okay.
And what are the ideas? They said, as I mentioned, one negative point, if I have button mobile phone, how can I receive a order? We mentioned that after one research study, we plan to give them through normal
Okay.
messages.
What made your budget focusing?
That we are researching on it, sir.
Right.
Currently.
Okay.
And the startup we are incubated and we are researching that only.
Okay. Good.
As yesterday we have applied for environment department also under sustain team.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Still you have to focus. The data collection.
Yes.
Means you are how you use
Yeah,
the
that-
data collection. Without data, nothing.
Yes, sir.
And even I have to share without data.
Yes.
Swapnil, please go ahead with your question. You're able to hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are able to
Yes.
hear you. Hello? Hello?
You can hear me.
Can you please switch off the video and ask the question? Yeah.
What's on?
Who will be your customers?
Yes, sir. Initial households.
Who are your customers?
Initially we are chosen for households where the scrap is generated and small size production companies. We are in conversation with Sipcat in Tirunelveli and Thuthukudi district for small size production companies asking for scraps than them and households, sir.
And do you know what?
Oh, what is the second question, Swapnil?
The market size.
So, I mean, get is it like billion dollar, trillion?
Oh, okay. You want to know about the market size? What is your market size?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I taken some reports from Niti Aayog. The Indian scrap economy will reaching 15 billion.
Mr. Joseph Shelvin J, BE Computer Science Engineering, Rajalakshmi Engineering College. Good morning to everyone gathered here. Myself, Rita Jennifer, registration number is NGRC 00022, a research scholar from Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, and I am here to present an article titled A Feature Extraction Technique for Microsleeve Designing Based on Random Sampling. sleep, in other words, 12 minutes refers to very brief, often unnoticed lapses in the sleep, during which the person will appear to be awake, but the brain is not processing the information. And macro sleep discernment refers to the detection of macro sleep or just drowsiness detection. Yeah. Thank you. The hypothalamus is specific to suprachiasmatic nucleus, also known as the sleeping neuron, in association with other sleep-related cells, contribute towards regulation of the sleep and lead to drowsiness. Studies suggest that about 3% to 30% of the road accidents happen in brain activity starting from the alpha even to the delta level, and to detect the particular instant at which the drowsiness occurs, so that the person driving the vehicle may be alerted at that time and the fatal incidents can be avoided. A real-time implementation of this proposed methodology can be designed as shown in this figure. So the EEG signal is extracted from the scan through the EEG electrode, and it is put in the acquisition unit where the signal is then amplified and filtered. Further machine learning algorithm is used to learn the model, and finally a classifier can be used to classify the various states of the brain activity. So the framework of the proposed methodology is broken down into 5 different stages, starting from the extraction of the EEG signal, followed by the deconversion of the signal to optimal sub-band tree structuring methodology. Now a machine learning algorithm in bootstrapping technique can be implemented to this analyzed signal, and further a classifier can be used to classify the various states of the brain activity. So moving on to stage 1, the raw EEG signal is generated from the EEG database from the Cargill website, which is a European data format, which is a medical time series data, and so it has to be converted to a readable form. And for that purpose, we are making use of this EDF to ASCII converter. And what EEG signal is being generated, artifacts present in the noise is being removed by allowing it to pass through the low-pass mutant filter, which activates a high-frequency components along with the noise, thus generating low frequency components. Now that we have our signal, the 3000 number of samples, which is considered to be the root node, we are going to decompose simplifying the signal into detailed space and approximation space by optimal sub-band tree structuring methodology, which makes use of linear packet transfer. The reason why I chose to work with linear packet transfer rather than other transfer is discrete linear transform is because of its flexibility, and also its fine detailing and frequency time domain analysis. Now that we have a root node with 3 samples, now that we have a root node with 3000 number of samples, these 3000 number of samples are being decomposed into detailed space and approximation space, each holding 1500 number of samples. And this process is on iteratively, and the G number of times, while G is less than or equal to logarithm of 3000, which is approximately equal to 3. So with 3000 number of samples, there is going to be 3 stages of decomposition, starting from the root node decomposition in stage 1 with 1500 number of samples, and stage 2 holding 550 number of samples, and the last part, that is the stage 3 holds 375 number of samples respectively, corresponding to its detailed space and approximation space. So in the last stage of decomposition, as you see here, we have the 4 sets of decomposed values with the detailed space and approximation space holding 375 samples. Set is considered for training and testing purpose. So this is the simulation result of the decomposition to the linear packet transform. As you see here, we have 3000 number of samples, and from packet 2,0 to 2,3, which is the stage 2, holds 750 number of samples, and finally from 3,0 to 3,7, which is the stage 3, holds 375 number of samples. So now that we have a simplified version of samples, we can implement a machine learning approach, and it forms a supervised learning approach. So we need to label our outputs for rights evaluation, and we are going to consider 5 different labels to be classified in the later stages of our simulation, which are made to be more drowsy, that is alert state, followed by slightly drowsy, and then moderately pricey, followed by rather pricey, and finally the very pricey state. So with these 5 labels in the constellation, we actually move on to the samples present in the approximation space, that is 375 number of samples, and we are going to decompose it into 5 different features starting from F1 to F5, so that each feature holds 75 number of samples, and this is done to map each and every feature against the label that is being made, and this mapping will be done in the later stages of the simulation. This is the simulation result of the decomposition of 375 samples into 75 number of samples. So now we move on to the Now we move on to the implementation of our machine learning algorithm, which is trained to be bootstrapping methodology. So, yeah, thank you. So it is trained to be bootstrapping methodology, which follows the principle of random sampling or low sampling. So here we see a simple mathematical illustration of the random sampling that is being performed by the bootstrapping technique. Consider that we have 6 number of samples. So these 6 number of samples are to be iteratively resampled until n by 2 number of times. So 6 by 2 number of times, which is equal to 3. So with these 6 number of samples, there are going to be 3 stages of resampling. In stage 1, we randomly reject 1 sample and we replicate number 1 sample. In stage 2, we reject sample in the previous stage. This will be replicated and another 2 samples are being rejected, and the third stage of random sampling, which is the last step, the rejected sample in the previous step is again being replicated and another 2 samples are being rejected, which finally ends up with the bootstrap values, and these values gives us the value of the training data, which is the target data. And now we calculate the logarithm of energy value of each and every sample that is being present in features from F1 to F1, which is the actual data or the data that we are using for the testing purpose, and this helps us to compress our values, and then we move on to the implementation of the artificial neural network classifier. Yeah, but there's a doing this. How do I get back to it?
maybe for them it will be the same. Yeah. Distance, normal 1 to 1, how human beings normal thing will be calculating, how much is this and all those things will calculate and see how your future extraction is good. Yes. And it is, as said, it is a old primitive, a textbook based extractor. If you into that, what type of filter? Because you know there are X number of filters for wavelet. Yes. So what filter you have used here?
So initial filter that are used is this low pass annual. It's a low pass.
You shouldn't say low pass. Now you are electronics and communication. You should say specific filter, not low pass.
Kind of this anisotropic diffusion filter now. These kind of filters are
So you have to come in that line, then your contribution will be accepted. You have to be specific to the research community. Yes. Right? Not like wavelet. What specific filter is acceptable for this type of information?
So kind of anisotropic.
What are the type of frequencies which will be coming from the sleep?
So ma'am, it actually lies between 0.5 and 4 hertz. So that is why we are.
But if it is a sudden sleep, right? Yes. 4 hertz will be. But if there is a change of these frequencies, you're not.
That's when it will be continuously. Ultimately, it will be checking for
that type of deduction you have to do through your feature. So if there is a sleep, a sudden change in frequencies. From
in real time, maybe it is applicable. But now with this data, so one set of data.
Real time we can do research, right? We have to take data and research. So what I am saying is that whatever you have done is good because you are a researcher, fine. But specific problem you have to say these types of transitions, whether your wavelet is capturing, like that you have to bring insights. Good.
Good or very done. Like Madam said, that is how we are responding for the update changes in the facilities. Moreover, see, this is there's so many other techniques also there. We use EEG model, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are the advantages in your model?
So advantages in the sense this it is more like a classifier. It will be continuously iteratively checking for a comparison between the values between training data and the testing data.
Your existing value is 0.47 seconds.
Yes, sir.
What are the existing methods?
So existing methods, with this different kinds of classifiers, there are several methods like with SVM classifier and all these Tyson distribution models are implemented. But as far as all concerned, with the signal processing, 93% is the best performance that has been achieved so far when I made these studies, with these existing studies. I came to know that 93% is one of the best performance that has been achieved.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Now I would like to welcome Mr. J. Chandran, BE Computer Science Engineering, DMI Engineering College. The next participant is Mr. S. Simon Thomas, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Auditorium in the Institute of Technology, Chennai.
all. I'm Lance Corporal David Chauvin of 1 tier Lance Corporal NCC, DMI Engineering College. So I have a team of 6 members who are working on this project currently. We need a specific problem statement or anything. It's actually a challenge from one of our NCC camps. It was issued to us by a non-commissioned officer. So the challenge that we received was, there are many tools in the high headquarters and the high-level officers to analyze terrains. But in a foot soldier level, they don't have the specific tools. Even till date, the non-commissioned officers analyze terrains through topography maps or such traditional methods. So they gave us, as an engineering student, they are challenged us to build a low cost and a feasible solution. So this is just a basic prototype that we built. So in the abstract, we actually gave it as a disaster management to them. So what is, when we are deploying soldiers either in a disaster area or in a deployment zone, the leading troop member must be accountable for his soldiers as well as the civilians' life. So at that time, he has to have all the possible data of the terrain, what are the risks involved and everything, so that he can plan a specific routine which will give the maximum result. So we developed the tool to give a help them hand in that. So the traditional method of terrain analysis, what we all learned and what is still going on is the topography map. So what we asked was, how do you analyze the terrain when you are on field? Their answer was, we actually look for the sector grid. What is the grid sector? Based on that, we load the terrain and topography map, and from that we take around 2 to 5 minutes of time to analyze terrain. So 2 to 5 minutes may be a high time in an operational situation. So one of the traditional methods what they mentioned was the problem was the manual feature extraction. So we asked them as to how the accuracy depends. So their honest answer, the non-commissioned officer's honest answer was, it depends on the experience of the soldier. If he's fresh to the field, he will make some human errors, and if he's advanced in the field, he has better accuracy. So again, lack of adaptability. When you are in a specific terrain, topography sheets cannot exactly be spread open and analyzed. So misclassifications, again based on the experts. So difficulty in scaling. When it's in a grid wise, we can't exactly scale the region as to how much percentage of the terrain is what. For example, in our data set, we have 4 types of terrain: grassy, rocky, marshy, and sandy. So in the topography sheet, within a specific time period, we can't exactly give this much percentage of the terrain is rocky or like that. And again, limited spatial resolution. So why is terrain analysis important in the military sector? So to ensure a home side or on the civilian side, cover and concealment. This is another aspect of our project which has the camo site module. So cover and concealment is to extract the man-made features in the specific deployment zone, enhance navigation routes which they can take based on the terrain analysis as well as man-made feature analysis, and they can identify the strategic positions. So as a starting question, I will mention all this. The data set that we collected was from Google Earth Kaggle, so it's not exactly high quality data. And in this, we will achieve an accuracy of around 96% while testing. And especially since this is just a low quality data, 96% may be overfitting, which we are right now working on fixing. So, some examples of the past missions which failed only due to lack of terrain analysis. So the World War II Operation Market Garden. So So, good morning, whatever present here. My name is Simon Thomas. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at DMI College of Technology. My research deals with keyboard clicks and password clicks, enhancing acoustic attacks on keyboards using machine learning. So, in recent years, acoustic attacks have been emerged in the series of security threat. So, to overcome this issue, our research proposed extracting the sensitive user information like passwords and other information by analyzing the sound which is generated while clicking the keyboard. So actually, unlike an existing method, we addresses two critical challenges in our concept. One is typing pattern variability, and the second one is environmental noise interferences. Actually, our research, our proposed model enhanced the accuracy of more than 93% that demonstrate the real world practicality of those attacks. Then come up with the objectives. Our research focuses on sensitive user information and to incorporate individual typing pattern and environmental noise in our model to demonstrate the feasibility such as attacks like the realistic scenario, and to prepare the systematic framework from audio recording to password reconciliation. And these are all the literature survey that is used to develop our concept. Like the first paper deals with sonar snow. Actually, by using this acoustic signal with the OFDM, the technique states that they are stealing the Android unlock patterns, that is recognizing the pattern that is candidates with patterns. They covered 70% accuracy in this algorithm. And the second one is key listener. So with the help of key listener, they focusing on interfacing the key using acoustic signal and Doppler effects. Through that we achieve in different environment. And the third paper says that Android pattern lock through the unavailable acoustic signals. And the fourth paper deals with the then come up with the methodology of record the acoustic signal by keystroke using a smartphone and analyzing the waveform and extract the key time interval. Like we are fixing the exact key time interval and utilize user specific typing pattern. Since we have different typing pattern speed, like someone may type it very fast and someone may be slow, so that has been concentrated in our method and reconstruct the possible words with the help of English dictionary. So this is the methodology actually. So we are typing, the typing sentence letters has been captured with the help of microphone.